Okay, lads. I think this thing is on. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do here is it's kind of inspired by something that True Talent was doing. This is his video kind of inspired me to want to analyze more situations like this. It's very obvious which video I'm kind of ripping off here, but what I'm gonna cover some of the things that he didn't exactly cover. Not about that tile, just like I'll probably talk about that tile as well. I'm planning to go over everything if this catches on and I actually like doing this. Okay, so what we're actually gonna go over today is we're gonna go over basically how to run a TL. This is the most optimal way to run a TL structure. Okay, so this is a very basic like drawing app. So let's see here. First, we're gonna draw something that looks like your TL. Okay. Now, obviously, I would want to like. You gotta do it. Okay. Now there's a window like right here. Oh, can I change the color? I'm still new to this shit. Okay. So there's like a window right here. If I can do that. Okay, so that's the window, right? That's what we're doing. Okay, just make it pull it down. I'm really new to this app, so okay, I want black, and then we're go the hell down. What is it doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's the T, and then this would be the L. Okay, and the L usually goes up like this. And then the window here is like right about here, this area. Okay, so there you go. That's your basic structure. Okay, so basically, we're going to have the survivor start. Our situational chase is going to be... Oh my goodness. My cat is right there in the way. This is not going well so far. Okay, so our situational chase is going to be, I'm going to have the survivor start, like, around this area. And then the killer will mark in red. He'll be red because it's just doing retreated. The killer will start around here, okay? Now, this first example is going to be what you're not supposed to do, okay? So, basically... the survivor's pathway is going to be like, they're going to be going toward this window, okay? So they're going to come around here. They're going to vault the window, right? And then, so that's going to be, that's going to be their big play. Now, basically, what they are then doing is, like, trying to see what you're doing, okay? So you as the killer, your incorrect play, this is wrong. If you're doing this, this is wrong. Would be to go around this side right here and chase this way. If you do this, the survivor is guaranteed to come down here and then vault this window, okay? So if you do that, then, like, if you keep doing that, you keep following them in this direction, the survivor can then come back here and get this again. They just wrap around and get it. If you keep doing this like that, it's an infinite. And that's obviously not good. That's obviously not the way we want to approach this situation. Okay, I wish there was a fucking undo button. Is there? There is, okay. So obviously... we don't want to chase them in that way. So, what you want to be doing is actually doing like this. Okay, so the survivor vaults the window, right? You instead, as the killer, want to chase this way. You want to make sure you are always going counterclockwise. Counter, I can't write. But I can't write. You want to make sure you're always chasing the structure counterclockwise as a killer. So just basically... make sure that you are doing that, because what that does is it forces the survivor to have to come this way right here. It forces them to do that, and then you would obviously be coming back around this way as well, and then they would have to turn right here. This wall extends a little outward. Oh my goodness, this wall extends outward, right? And so let's analyze that. Let's go mind game, back. Let's go ahead and erase our two little dots. Okay, and then let's put the... so right now, after that situation, the survivor would be about here, right? The survivor's there, and then you as the killer are about here. Now you're a little closer to the wall. Okay, so what's going on now? This is the mind game. This is where the mind game occurs with the TL structure. The survivor does not have a guaranteed safe option anymore. they have to, so like they have one of two options. One, they either vault the window, right? And if you are, the way that you counter that as killer is you moonwalk backwards. Or you can do you can just like it's called doubling back. You're facing this way, so your red light will be like this way right here. You'll be walking back, boom, free hit right there. That's how you counter that option right there. And the way that you counter the other option, because the other option that the survivor has is to bait the window. So then you'll go back looking like a dumbass, and then they go back and then they get this window for free. Which if you were to keep going like this, you would be baiting right into their hands. So you have to make sure you avoid that. So if you get baited, the common way that you deal with that is you turn back around this way right here. You point your red light out like this. I can't draw. It's hard. But you point the red light out this way, and then you back up this way. You back up, you moonwalk back, and then the survivor's right there, and they're going this way, and then you meet them right here, right there. It's another free hit. Okay, so that's kind of how you're running the TL. And so the last thing to really there's two other smaller things that you have to address when you're going over the TL structure is when you get rid of this and this. Okay, it's kind of faded, but whatever. So you have to understand what the survivors are actually using it for. Since there's no pallet here, this structure is not that safe because the survivor can't actually break your bloodlust. So what survivors use this tile for as an extender. You have to understand your surroundings. Because what survivors are trying to do, they're not trying to play this forever. They're trying to mind game you to get to another tile. So like if you were just trying to mind game it to hit the survivor, that's how you would do it. But the survivors are obviously trying to be smarter than that. The good ones are, at least. They're trying to get to they'll probably try to bait like a good survivor might, like you're right here, they might have baited you there. A good survivor might see another tile down this way and then leave the structure and go this way, which would get them to get to, because they're using the TL as an extender because they know it's not safe forever. They need you to kick a pallet to break their bloodlust to keep the chase going. So that's what they're actually trying to do. And then the other thing that that's a pair of the others. There's one more fucking thing. It's oh shit. I'm smart. I swear to God, I remember what the last thing is. Oh fuck. Hold on. Oh, the last thing. Okay, I remember now. It's it's the correct way to actually shift the control of the chase, because basically there's two scenarios. Okay, if you are going this way, the survivor has control. Okay, that's what you want to avoid. If you have to force it this way. So basically, what's going on is if you find yourself running this way, right? That's what you see. You find yourself starting the chase clockwise. Okay, so you're in the chase, whatever. You're going clockwise, and the survivor has control. So the survivor has just vaulted this window. The way that you deal with that as a killer is you cut through the middle like this. You cut through the middle, and then once you cut through the middle, it will force the survivor back up. It will force the survivor up this way because you are now coming through the middle. And then once you come through the middle, you are in that situation again where they might be able to go and try to continue to get this structure here, but like I don't know if that's exactly guaranteed. And then of course there's also like anti-looping and other characters that can actually deal with that faster. But this is assuming like baseline killer, of course. But that's just kind of some of the basic stuff for running basic TL structures. That's kind of everything you need to really know about it. That like once you know where the mind game happens, which again it's the mind game occurs up here. Jesus, I did so much marking. Sorry if it's a little messy, but if you're rank 1, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the mind game occurs right at this spot here when you're the killer, where you moonwalk back or moonwalk this way. Like which way are you gonna moonwalk? And to get this hit here in the center, that's where you're gonna want to be doing. Okay, so that's kind of how you go about tackling that situation.